Today, you're going to elevate your project with these 4 clean text animation in Davinci Resolve. Let's start with the first one, which requires the 21 version of Davinci Resolve to make it. Grab a Fusion composition and scale it as you want, then right-click and open in a Fusion page. Inside, connect a background node to the media art, then from the inspector, change the color to a near white like Apple does. Now, connect a text node, and by the way, if you want to know how to make the nodes snap directly to the grid like this, just right-click in a blank space and in Arrange Tools, make sure To Grid is selected. Now, choose a color and a font, then right-click in the text box and in Cordove, click on Write. A new tab will appear, head to the modifiers, and here where you can type the text that you want, and if you want to change this symbol, head to cursor and change it to your liking. To animate this, make sure you're in the first frame, create a keyframe in right and move like 30 frames and create another one. Then in the first one, lower it to 0 to get this nice typing effect. Next, to add the color shift, click on the text node and add a background node from here. Choose a color, then in the merge node of the background in operation, change it to a top. Then grab a rectangle mask and connect it to the merge. From the viewer, make sure that the width is almost matching your text. Then increase the soft edge a little bit. Now just open spline so that we can smooth a right animation. Select the whole graph, then right click and in ease select out cubic to be fast like this. Now, let's animate the rectangle. Just like the right effect, create 2 keyframes in the center, then in the second one, move it to the right like you see here, and again smooth it exactly like we did earlier, and as you can see, the animation is complete. Next, let's create this one. Again, inside a Fusion page, connect a simple text node. Write your text and choose a font to your liking, then head to the Shading tab, and here in Shading Element 1, in Appearance, choose the Outline effect. Check on Outside Only and Clean Intersection. You can change the thickness as you want, and if you can't see the text, you can increase the tracking. When you're done, Ctrl+C on the text node, then Ctrl+Shift+V to create an instance node, which if you change anything in the original node, the instance node will also change automatically. Then, click on the instance node, head to the Shading tab, then in the opacity, right-click and click on the instance. Also, do the same thing in the appearance, which now these 2 values will not follow the original text node. In the appearance, choose the fill one and reduce the opacity to like 0.2. Now create another instance node from the first instance and head to the Shading tab and in opacity right click and the instance. Then increase it to 1. To create the animation, connect a rectangle mask to the merge of the second instance node and increase the soft edge, and there you go. Now all you have to do is to keyframe the center to your liking and smooth it in the spline editor to get this dope shine animation. You can also customize the color in the first text node if you didn't like this one, and now let's jump straight to the third one, which needs several nodes to achieve it. Start with the text node as usual and customize it to your liking, but choose a bold font to get a better result. Now Shift plus space and add Gaussian blur. Depending on your font, make it around 0.2 to 0.3. Next, add a film grain node and uncheck monochrome and keep playing with the channels to get the look that you want, or to be like this. And by the way, if you don't have the studio version, you can add this grain node and customize it like I do here to get a similar result. Next, head to the templates and search for chromatic aberration and add it to get this nice effect, and you can play with the power and the position of the effect to your liking, but for me, I'm happy with this one. Next, add a camera shake and in the settings lower the X and Y deviation and the overall strength, but the most important thing is to change the speed to 1. And keep playing with the other values to get this nice shaking animation. The last node to add is the stop motion. Check your project frame rate. For me it's 30 FPS, so if I type 3 here, I'll get 10 frames, which is divided by it. And if you can see, it added a nice effect to our animation. Just a bonus, you can add the screen pixels overlay, change the apply mode to screen and reduce the blend. And also add the second overlay and play with the apply mode to your liking to add like a cherry on top. And by the way, you can get these overlays from the link in the description. Next, to the last text effect. For this one, add the several text nodes depending on how many words that you want, but make sure to put them all within the same merge node. When you're done, Shift plus space and add DVA node to each text node that you have created, and let's jump straight to the animation. Click on the first DVA node and create a keyframe in each of the center, Y rotation and shear, and the last one in the perspective. Then move ahead to like 34 frames and create another one. And start playing with these values to get this look. And there you go. Do the same thing with the second one, but put it in the opposite direction. And again to the last one and make it different than the second one. Open Spline Editor and select all the DVA nodes, hit F to smooth it, then Ctrl+T and adjust it like I do here, and you'll get this dope perspective like animation to your text. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and see you guys in the next one.